We are here today to deliver to you breaking news. Well, not really. The information we are going to bring to you has been out there for a long time. But now is the time to act on it. Many of us take a trip to the dentist for granted. However, not all Canadians have this luxury. Let's put this into perspective. Many First Nations live on reserves. As a result, seeking dental care can become quite difficult. In fact, First Nations Oral Health Survey have outlined disparities between First Nations children and non-Aboriginals, and the gap continues to widen. Surveys have indicated signs of decay are up to 5 times more prevalent in First Nations children in Northern Ontario than non-Aboriginals in the same area. And this is no surprise, considering there are fewer dentists nearby. They experience longer wait times and have to travel longer distances for dental treatment. Furthermore, less than one half of First Nations visited dentists in the past year, compared to approximately 3/4 of non-Aboriginal Canadians. That is about a 25% difference. Why is this significant? Because poor oral health affects the development of children and ultimately lowers their overall quality of life. I mean, they can just move off their reserves and into cities like everyone else, right? Yes, they very well can, and many have. However, reserves are an important aspect to their culture and heritage preservation. So I ask you this, is it fair that we put the founder of our great nation's children on reserves and don't provide them with equal dental care access? We don't think so, and here's what we're trying to do to correct this injustice. First off, we are planning to bring about changes in legislation to include First Nations in the decision-making process when it comes to their health affairs. What better way to learn about the problems and solutions for a community than hearing it from first-hand experience? And yes, they do have benefits, but even though they do, what good is it if they can't use it? And that brings us to our next point. Ideally, we would like to increase federal funding. And yes, this may sound scary to you taxpayers, and you have every right to be concerned where your hard-earned money goes towards. That being said, our initial goal is to shift the current way of thinking from an approach based on treatment to a focus on prevention. This will overall produce a strong oral health knowledge foundation for children of the community and will foster a new way of thinking that prioritizes oral health. The implication of this is less dependence on funds towards costly treatment and more efficient spending. In other words, less funding will be needed in the long run and tax dollars will be saved. With 96% of children in this population exhibiting signs of decay, immediate action is required. We need your help to demand for increased federal funding and to bring about changes in legislation. Thank you for listening, and if you would like to be a part of the change or donate, feel free to visit our website.
Created using Powtoon.